Yesterday morning was a bit bizarre, and hopefully today has not started off the same way. We saw this abrupt drop when the U.S. markets woke up. We saw a nice rebound in the afternoon, and luckily, XRP actually managed to hold the line like we were discussing. We closed above there. We're seeing a little bit of green this morning, and hopefully that continues as the day progresses. But what I really want to talk about is something else taking place today. We have some economic data early, but there's something that goes live today that can continue XRP down this path that it's on, which is actually heading towards a supply shock. We'll discuss all that and more in this video. So if you guys are new or haven't already, show your support for the channel down below. Hit that subscribe button, that bell. It's free to do. It'll keep you updated anytime there's new content live here on the channel. So XRP did close yesterday down 4.79%. We did actually see XRP wick all the way down to about $2.02 or so. And it was kind of a troubling morning. I was very disappointed with how U.S. markets have been reacting as of late. And again, we're green right now. It's about 6:45 a.m. Hopefully, we do not go down the same path. Now, today, we're going to feel an early day impact from the jobs report, or not jobs report, the unemployment data. And that is going to cause some sort of stir in the market one way or the other. We know that the Fed is obviously waiting for more of this economic data and jobs data for their decision come December. If you didn't listen to my other videos today, we did in fact talk about the minutes from the last Fed meeting. The Fed is very much divided on their path forward, but I'm still under the impression that we are very much going to have an interest rate decrease in December. We're already lagging behind most of the world. And the jobs market is feeling the pain from these high interest rates. So that's something that I think is coming. That's not priced into the crypto market. That it could obviously cause a little bit of a push. But right now we keep getting these bottom signals around the crypto market. BTC surging back up, forming this hammer candle. That's a huge bottom signal there. We had a bullish cross on the daily stochastic RSI. We have not had this actually take place yet for XRP. So XRP is actually kind of lagging in that regard. We're fully flatlined on the weekly stochastic RSI. So we're at a 0-0 right now. So we're again getting these signs that the bottom is kind of nestling in across the space. But we have something that is actually launching today that could obviously help XRP move up even further. And this is actually the Bitwise XRP spot ETF. Now, if you guys remember, the Canary XRP spot ETF went live back on November 13th. The first week of flows have been very good, about $300 million worth of flows from just one ETF fund. And now that is going to be expanding. And we're again likely to see more and more and more of these, not to mention basket ETFs, which could obviously have big impact on XRP, as well as it has very large weight in each of these funds. So this is something that again can contribute to this XRP that is very swiftly leaving the market. This is what some people are talking about. And I'm not going to go through this math here. This was talking about an XRP supply shock ahead. ETFs can consume it all. And it's not even just that, because yes, ETFs, some people say they're bad. Some people say they're good. And I get it, right? The larger these funds get, the more XRP that they are holding, the more they have to buy on open markets, the more it increases price, and the more it actually leads to stability down the road. Take a look at BTC, for example. It doesn't tend to have these huge major bouts. Yes, I know we're down about 29% from the highs that we saw at the last all-time high, but that's pretty small compared to some of the other swings we've seen in other assets throughout the space. So XRP is very quickly emerging as a mature asset in the space, and obviously time is helping with that. But what we're really seeing impact this in a big way is XRP on exchanges is hemorrhaging. All right. It is leaving at insane rates. In fact, today is Thursday. All right. This doesn't have Thursday's flows in this yet. This week already is larger than the week that the strategic crypto reserve was announced. Really think about that. We have seen a higher demand right now for XRP than we saw back at that point. And we've had weeks even larger than that. All right. We've actually had 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks larger here in 2025 than the strategic crypto reserve week. That's a pretty damn big deal. We're talking about this week alone, $249 million worth of XRP removed from exchanges. All right. This is something that has been a very consistent theme over the course of 2025. You are watching exchange supply dwindle at insane rates. And what that means, and what I think people keep forgetting here is, a lot of people are screaming about, oh, we're entering a bear market, it's going to get bad and blah, 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 blah. Well, the problem is you still have people gobbling up the supply, gobbling up the supply, gobbling up the supply. We're going to get to a point where they're simply is not enough left. When demand meets supply, price moves up. Okay. And we've been at this point now, we've been waiting for, hey, where's the demand? Where is the demand? Where's the demand? And we finally, it seems like, are reaching that point where the market is comfortable in the current price ranges. That could change at any moment, right? I think we can all acknowledge that. We've seen those changes take place. But now this creates basically a launch pad across the crypto market. But I'll do you one even better. We have not seen new retail adoption in this market cycle. What happens when retail comes back to the crypto market? And all we've seen over the course of 2023 into 2024 into 2025 is the people that have been here in the market, that have been putting in new capital themselves, have just been buying and buying and buying. It creates an even bigger shock. Not even to mention the fact that we're still at 6% of the world in crypto. What happens when we go to 10% or 15%, 20%, 50%, right? So this could lead to a major supply shock for XRP and other assets across the crypto space that creates, again, one of the biggest the boom that we should have seen this market cycle that has been kind of pushed back because of the macro, because of the negative events, whatever you want to point to, but it's all leading to the same place. That's something that I think people forget. So do you think that this supply shock is going to hit XRP? What do you think this can do for price? I don't even want to speculate on where it could head to. We've obviously talked about this $8 to $12 range for XRP. It's something where if we continue to see big demand around the world from enterprises when it comes to using XRP Ledger, using XRP for cross-border settlements, when it comes to more demand for XRP from XRP spot ETFs, sky's the limit. So I appreciate you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts below, but have a great day. Catch you guys in the next one. Take care.